This is just 21 days that will change the rest of your life.
If you want to live a life of vibrancy, this is the momentum that you need.
Even though you already think you're healthy like me, you need to try this because it will connect all the dots.
Hi, my name is Giselle Mascareñas.
Carolina Chams.
Rosemary. My name is Richard Cardona.
Iris Gomez.
Well, my name is Marcia Terry.
I'm Magdalena.
I'm a coach, a life coach.
I'm a wife and I have two beautiful boys.
I am a registered nurse of over 30 years.
I'm a nutritionist.
I'm a single mom. I'm 50 years old.
I kind of have reached a plateau. I have done several things in my life, different cleanses, detox, all different kinds of things.
I tried everything. I hired everyone, and it didn't work for me.
Sometimes we need this reset, like a radical reset, to change the trajectory of, what's going on with your body.
Forgetting things. I had the brain fog.
I was inflamed. I was exhausted. I could barely move some days, and I didn't feel like myself anymore.
So a great friend of mine, she said, you have to give this a try because you have to go to the core of things. And because I trust her, I said, I have to give this a go.
When I started seeing the weight go down, I lost 16 pounds.
I felt more alive. I felt like I was recovering myself. To date, I have lost over 30 pounds.
I lost 6 pounds.
Over 9 pounds.
I lost 10 pounds, which for me was it was impossible. I said, I'm never gonna lose this weight. I was floored.
You've been looking for it. This is the missing link.
Don't be like me. I searched and searched and searched, and I was stubborn, and I thought I could have the answer. So this is something that you almost can't afford not to do. Let me tell you, your life after 21 days will never be the same.
We see you. We get you. We are you. This program is exploding with results. Get with the friend that shared this to hear the whole story.
This is just.
Well, hello, everybody. Hey, my name is Kevin Robbins. I want to welcome you to our Tuesday Night Live. I appreciate you being here tonight. I appreciate you tuning in, wherever that's from. I was introduced to Manatech just over 30 years ago. It's been a long time. Can't believe it's been over 30 years. My father actually invited me to a meeting kind of like this. Now, of course, it wasn't on Zoom. It was in a hotel meeting, and I had no idea that it was going to absolutely change my life. It was going to change my health, the direction of my health life, and my wife's and my children's, and just so many other people that I associate with. But it also changed the direction of my business life. I had a college degree. I was working, living the American dream, if you will, but working 8 to 5 and had to be work earlier than 8 and on the highways and fighting rush hour traffic and spending so much time on that wheel, if you will, and just ultimately just was so busy that I didn't think I had time to do anything else. But what I found out was that this is a really special, unique company. And that first and foremost, it's been known as the science company almost from day one. Absolutely fantastic nutritional products. And what the scientists did in this company is they recognized that the body knows what it needs to be healthy. We just need to find those ingredients that are missing from our diet. So we've gone out and kind of scoured the world and found the most high quality, best ingredients, and we brought them back, and we have validated that through science. And so Manatech has consistently provided just really, really high quality nutritional products that have changed people's life, have changed my life. I feel better. I have more energy. And ultimately today I'm 58 years old and I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. So absolutely love what these products have done for me and for my family. And then there's also an entrepreneurial business side of this as well that I started off just very part-time doing this, just kind of when I could. But today that grew and grew and grew. But today I do this full-time as a career. I absolutely love it. It's been one of the most fun things I've ever done from a business standpoint. Met my wife on a incentive trip. Doesn't get much better than that. So we have really had a lot of fun, and it's just been a great company. And so we're going to be sharing just some of this information with you. One of the things that we've discovered through the years is that when you provide somebody that's looking for a solution to their health, and you provide them really high quality nutrition, that works and it works phenomenally. But we also found out that, people's bodies, it's a machine. And if you're not able to process those nutrients, no matter how good they are, you may not get the results that you were expecting or hoping for unless you get that machine tuned up, if you will, reset, working better for you. So we actually have developed a program called a liver reset, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. That really just kind of sets your body up to receive those high quality nutritional products that I was talking about earlier. And so we're going to be talking about that tonight. We're going to be talking about a liver reset, how to set your body up to have the best health you've ever had before. You saw that video. You saw so many people in there talking about their health. We have somebody tonight named Bala who's going to be doing the presentation. I'm just such an honor for me to introduce Al to our presentation tonight. Al's actually been in this industry. He's an engineer by trade, but he's been in this industry for over 40 years. He started off in the field, again, kind of like me. Somebody invited him to a meeting, and he went there and ultimately found out that this was something that changed his life as well. So he started off in the field, huge amount of success building this business from the field. In the kind of the early 2000s, his wife started having great results from our products. He was in another company, but our products were providing his wife great results. So he wanted to really check that out. Kind of started very slowly, learning more about our company, but eventually came over and became CEO of our company for a number of years. Did a phenomenal job. And several years ago, kind of retired from the CEO position, but he's still very, very active, very, very active in developing our field today and developing these programs and working with our field. And so he's going to be talking tonight about the liver reset, and sit back, enjoy it, but listen up because he's got a lot of great information to share. So without any further ado, I want to welcome Mr. Al Bala to the presentation tonight. Al, take it away.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. Great introduction. I appreciate that. That's true. My wife, years ago, maybe 20 years ago, came in contact with Manatech, was introduced to Manatech and the amazing technologies, which we're going to be talking about tonight. And she had such an amazing result from that experience, literally changed her life in a very significant way. And when I got to meet her and she was in the end of this process, even though I was in another company, I had been in the company for over 28 years, doing business all over the world in over 65 countries. But what I saw personally, what I saw in her testimonial of her experience with the product just made me have to rethink literally the rest of my life. So I am here because I did rethink the rest of my life, and I realized while I had spent 28 years running around the world teaching people how to be very successful in their own business and creating ongoing residual leverage income, global income, I realized one thing is your health is your first wealth. So that's what attracted me here to Manatech. I studied it for a couple of years before I really got involved. But when I got involved, I put all of it in the line, and it's been 20 years and I couldn't be more excited. Now, what I didn't realize back then, is that what I had experienced, what my wife had experienced of these folks that you saw in a video and the folks that are here live today, what they experienced, little did we know that discovery from the 90s would become literally the most incredible biohack for health and longevity of the 21st century. And that is a pleasant surprise. So I hope that those of you are going to be watching this probably in replay, or you're here tonight. I'm going to walk you through a process I've been through myself personally, and most of you, most of the people here watching right now have been through it, but some of you might be invited for the first time to take a look at this. So just understand that most of us are not speaking out of just a theory. We're all speaking out of something that we personally went through. My wife went through personally 20 years ago, had amazing results. Well, just 6 months ago, just 3 months ago, we were re-experiencing those same things with these technologies that Kevin was talking about and that you heard from some people on the video. They said just 21 days, but I'm going to tell you, it's going to be just 30 minutes. The next 30 minutes could have a profound effect in your life and change the trajectory of your life as you get to the core of things. And by watching the results that hundreds and maybe now thousands of people are having in 3 or 4 different continents, this next 30 minutes could literally transform your life. So Manatech has been recognized for wellness for over 30 years, right? And we have been recognized as a leader in science. We've been recognized as the company that made a major discovery in the 1990s. Like I said, when they brought to the world this concept of glycans, which then turned into hundreds of patented and exclusive products backed by science, backed by clinical studies. And we have established a strong track record over 30 years. See, you can't do something for 30 years. And if you're doing it wrong, not that the rest of the world is not going to figure it out. So anything you've done for 30 years with a significant global presence, so we are in literally 5 different continents, from Asia to South Africa to Europe, to North America, to Mexico, to South America, Central America. We have literally millions of people have been participants in our programs. Millions of people have benefited from the incredible technologies that are embedded in every single product that we have ever created. And now, like I said, in over 43 different countries. Now, the question you have to ask yourself, what if your body was holding you back and you did not know it? You know, most people wake up in the morning and they can't wait to have that first cup of coffee because they need the energy, they need the focus, they need the clarity of mind. But did you ever think that maybe what your body is missing is really not caffeine? Caffeine is just what you use to try to get your body to actually function, but there's something deeper. So we say your energy, your focus, your weight, your hormones, your metabolic dysfunctions or motivation issues are not just what we would call normal aging, something that you got to get used to because you're just getting older. That's not true. That's a myth. The signals that something more serious is going on in your body that needs to be addressed. My body does not respond at 65 the way it responded at 30. But yet I know one thing, that there's a lot I can do at 65 that can affect the way my body reacts, and it has everything to do with my lifestyle, with my nutrition, and we're going to hear about supplementation, nutrition, supplementation, hydration. All those things can have a significant effect on what we're going to call your health span. We all have a lifespan, which is how many years we're going to live. But we also have a health span, which is how many of those years we're going to live healthy, right? So That is where most of us are incredibly confused about what is it we must do. Most wellness efforts fail. I'm sitting with my wife and we're having lunch and we're wondering who's right. I mean, there's people who say you need to fast. Some people say you need to eat 6 times a day. Some people you need to eat once a day. You need to eat more protein. You need to eat this. You need to eat that. You need to do this. You need to do that. So many confusing messages that holds us hostage. And what do? The majority of people are jumping from diet to diet. They're adding supplements without understanding at all why, just because they watched something on television or they saw an ad on social media or somebody talked about it on TikTok, right? People are trying harder instead of, get the word, resetting smarter. That's what we're going to be talking about. How you can reset yourself, reset your body. And we're going to introduce you an element that's very important, and that's the element of the liver. Most people never address the liver and understand that that's your body command center. We think our brain is, and surely our brain does a lot of amazing things, but if your liver is not functioning properly, then whatever it is you do will not give you either immediate results or lasting results. So we came across this concept that your liver really is your doorway to your wellness. Your liver controls more than you think, that your hormones, your fat metabolism, your detox pathways, your energy, your mood, your clarity, all those things are controlled by your liver. Your liver actually is responsible for over 500 different functions. But when your liver is overloaded, nothing else works. So we believe, and the reason some of you are here is because someone talked to you about how to transform your health. You are, just like I am, convinced that health is your first wealth. What does it matter if you live a long time if you cannot live healthy? Your health span cannot be shorter than your lifespan, because then life is not, literally not worth living. So what if you could reset one thing first? That's all we're going to talk about tonight. Reset one thing first, which in turn would make virtually everything else work. Question is, would that be valuable to you? Is that something that would matter to you? How much are you willing to do that one thing that would in turn make everything else work better? And we want to get something clear. It's not a diet. It's a reset. A diet is all about restriction, right? Don't do this, don't eat this, don't eat that, right? Eat this, eat that. But frankly, what we want you to do is focus on that one thing that will make everything else work better. So what we're going to be introducing to you, this reset, is not something extreme. It's not something that comes with a lot of pressure of the do's and don'ts. It's just the best place for you to start. So what we've created is simple entry points that anybody can begin right now. Even if you're not ready for a big commitment, but you can still start right now and then watch what happens. So what we created is, for those of you who want to start right now, but you're not really sure how big your commitment is yet, we created this thing we call a 5-day reboot to get you maximum clarity, maximum energy, maximum health momentum. So you start something that will keep It's like a domino effect, a positive domino effect. Instead of being the spiral down, it's a spiral up that then puts you in a place where you have the opportunity to choose your next step, and really you can step it up even more, right? So this is for those who want to jumpstart your life. You know, I was just at a doctor's and I did one of these in-body scan, and frankly, I left the doctor's office very upset because the results was not exactly what I wanted. They were great in some ways compared to where I was maybe 6 months ago. They were amazing. But compared to where I wanted to go, it was not. And I don't know if you've ever had that situation where you just said, I am just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm going to do something about it. So I came home on Monday and I said to my wife, I am doing something about this. I'm doing it again. All right. So maybe it's you. Maybe you are that place where you just sick and tired of being sick and tired. You want to do something, but you just want to ease into it. So the 5-day reboot is amazing. It's $140, $141. It has the right supplementation. It has the meal plan. It has all the things that, from a lifestyle point of view, will help you lose some weight. We say, give us 5, and we'll give you 5, pounds loss in 5 days. We'll, reduce the bloating. You'll get more energy. You'll feel more confidence. You'll feel like you've achieved something. And that confidence then can lead you to then decide, hey, if I could do 5 days, maybe I can do 21 days. If I could get those results in 5 days, just imagine what it would look like in 21 days. We call that the 21-day liver reset, which is for people who, me, a couple of years ago, when my mom passed away, I gained an extra 20 pounds just like that. I mean, I don't know where it came from. A lot of emotions, a lot of things going on, gained that extra pound. And then for 2 years, I just could not lose it. So this resistance to weight loss, maybe some of you have experienced that. Hormonal imbalance, persistent fatigue. Because as soon as you gain weight, your body tells you something is not right. Okay? Feeling overloaded, plateaued results. For a year, I couldn't move from that weight. It was just there. +5, -5, +3, -3, +2, -2. I just could not get from that plateau. And what I didn't realize is a lot of it was a toxic load, not only just a normal physical toxic load. I believe it was also an emotional toxic load that needed to be dealt with. So for those of you who are in that situation and you are ready to seriously address why your body has not been responding, this reset is for you. It's a $399 package, call it $400 package. It comes with all the right supplementation, but it also comes in with a meal plan, right? It comes in with an amazing community of people that you can work with that will do this with you and help you every step of the way, right? So you're not just dealing with the symptoms, you're trying to get to the core, to the root cause of things. It's structured, checklist kind of thing. So you just know exactly what you got to do, what food, what supplementation, and then you have the guidance of a coach, of a person in the team, in a group setting, in a community, in a WhatsApp community that will help you get through this thing. And this is what I'm going to say, and it's going to sound like a really big mouth promise, but it's true. Literally 100% of the people that have undertaken this 21-day liver reset have had great results, and for many, sustainable results. I stand in front of you after maybe this is my 4th or 5th month since my first reset, about doing my second reset right now. And when I lost that 20 pounds, literally, I've been able to maintain it for the last 2, 3 months. And that's meant traveling, been to England, been to France, been to Mexico a few times, been to Costa Rica, traveling the world, getting out of my normal routine, but yet my results stayed sustainable. So now, one of the things that Manatech brought into this world of liver reset, of liver detox, is a concept that, as I said when I opened this meeting, that a discovery that was made in the 1990s, a discovery that Manatech is absolutely known for. We were the first in the history of the world to bring to the world the concept of the glycans, a discovery that was made by Dr. Bill McAnally back in the early 90s. That discovery, the glycans, have now become what I would call the most amazing biohack for longevity and health of the 21st century. So something that we did back in the 90s today is more relevant than it's ever been. But when we apply this technology to a liver reset, right? Well, this is what happened. The glycans, because they are the body's communication code, so without them, cells cannot coordinate, so they can get to a deeper level of cleansing, repair, when everybody else just gives you like a very temporary cleanup. We go deep into the core of what's going on in your body. And at the core of your body are cells, billions of cells that have to communicate with each other. So this patented, clinically proven glycans restore the code, the communication code, so that your liver doesn't just reset, it reactivates to its peak performance. You say, are you saying that my liver maybe is getting younger, that my liver is actually regenerating? My liver is going back to maybe an earlier age where my body functioned better? Absolutely. That's exactly what the glycans are going to do for you in this liver reset process that you're going to go through. These glycans are complex sugar structures attached to proteins and lipids on the surface of every cell. They're functional regulators of signaling and cellular interaction. All right. And that profile of the glycans, lo and behold, are the most predictive biomarkers of biological age. So it's almost like say, are you changing the biological age of my liver? Kind of. That's exactly what's happening. These glycan patterns directly correlate with some of the states of your body that actually are accelerating aging. So I'm going to make a connection between a liver reset and aging only because we know that this process, as it applies to the liver, is helping the liver go back to a state where it was younger and was doing more than it's doing for you right now. Because aging is a breakdown in cellular communication. There's 9 hallmarks of aging, and one of them is altered intercellular communication. Now, I don't want to get too fancy here. I'm just saying that these glycans are helping you right at the place where you need it to happen in your body in order for you to slow down this aging process, and especially in your liver, right? So this breakdown cascades through every system, and one of those systems is going to be the great functioning of your liver, right? So there is such a thing as a glycan clock, a biomarker of aging. And everyone here that's watching me right now, you're probably thinking, well, that's exactly what I want to feel. I want to feel like what it was like when 20 years ago. 30 years ago, right? And we talk about having a younger glycan profile, right? And when you have a younger glycan profile, then you have better health outcome and slower progression of dysfunctions in your body. This technology, this concept of the glycans earned a Nobel Prize in 2022. But this concept has been going on since the 90s. It's just back in the 90s, we did not pay so much attention to the aging factor. We were looking at other types of markers, but today, like I said, in 2026, most incredible biohack for health and longevity, right? So when this is all working, this is what people will notice. They're going to notice something that most of us men, especially, are very concerned about, which is a metal. It's called visceral fat, which also is very much involved in having a fatty liver, right? So you want to shrink your middle. You want to not feel hungry. You want to feel more energy. You want to have better joint health, not feel so much discomfort in your joints. And say to yourself, I never thought I could feel like this again. Okay. So I don't know which one of these things would make the biggest difference for you, but let me read you just some of the testimonials we've had for people that have been involved in this process. After a 21-day liver detox, my skin tone is more even. I sleep better. I don't know how many of you want to sleep better. My mood, especially anger, was released. Well, there is something about your liver, and I know in Chinese medicine, your liver is where you store a lot of your emotions. So maybe when you cleanse your liver, you also cleanse some of those emotions. 21 days, 30 pounds. What an incredible thing this 21-day reset has been. My energy is up. My focus is sharp. My body feels alive again. The pounds were just proof that my body was finally saying, thank you. Thank you for taking care of your liver. Just after 21 days, I lost 6 pounds. Ever weighed this since high school. I'm no longer having night sweats. I'm having solid night sleep, and I'm having incredible energy, even though I'm not drinking coffee. And I'm on a mission to tell everyone I know. That's really critical, because what we have realized is that when people feel better, then they're much more open to share how they feel. I am on my day 21, my liver reset. My sugar cravings have disappeared. I've lost 13.5 pounds and 10 inches. I've never had trouble sleeping, but I am experiencing deeper sleep. The blemishes on my face have cleared up, and the skin of my palm of hands is not cracking anymore. This program is fantastic. Folks, when you reset your liver, all the other systems will start feeling and acting better. The before and afters are just proof that this thing is not just a myth, it's real. These people are real. They're all people we know. They're people that are friends. My buddy here, Eddie, he was losing his hair for a while. I mean, his body was not responding. He's always been healthy. He's always been taking supplements. He's always eaten well, but his body was not responding. And that's when he went to see a doctor, a Chinese doctor, who said, we got to take care of your liver. If we take care of liver, everything else will work. That's exactly what happened. And that kind of created this idea that we're sharing with you today. That experience was so dramatic that it became the beginning of a movement, a liver reset movement. So we want to deal with you beyond the core, right? When the core is strong, the body can finally use what you give it. And the core, in this case, is going all the way to the smallest part of your body, which is your cell. It's health at the cellular level. We want your brain, your heart, your joints, your bones, your immune system, your skin, your hair, your mitochondria of your cells, all those things to work better, right? so that the entire system comes alive because you have gone to the root and you've taken care of the root cause of your issues and not just the symptoms. What Manatech does, what we do, is we provide a cellular health architecture that will deliver lasting vitality. So there's the part no one expects. Most people come for the health and then discover something bigger because, as we just said, when you are feeling better, it shows. People will ask you. And if they don't ask you, you're going to tell them anyways, right? Because you're sharing your results, your clarity, your confidence. And people asking, what are you doing? So imagine that just answering that question could pay you back. Now, I know you made a $400 investment in your health. What if your results could help you first repay that investment and maybe add a few other dollars to your pockets, right? So you're not selling, you're only sharing experience. You're plugging people into a system. And once you do, you are turning something you actually enjoyed and something you love into additional income stream. This liver reset, whether it's a $400 liver reset or the $140 liver reset, every time you share it with someone, and we have all the right tools, the videos, the QR codes, anything you need. If you get passionate about this, if you decide you want to be a wellness advocate, you want to make a difference in the lives of the people around you, right? You just send them a QR code, you just send them a video, have them watch something, and then they'll understand why you're so excited. Every time something is sold, you're making at least 30% commission on that first order. And if you sell one, you're making $120. If you sell five, $2,000. I mean, $600. Well, guess what? There's millions of people out there that are driving an Uber, doing all kinds of interesting things to make some extra money. We can show you how to make some extra money by doing something that first will transform you, and then it will transform those that are around you. So is this just another one of those side hustles, as they call it, another gig for you? No, it really isn't, because one, it starts from you transforming yourself, which is something you want to do. The world of wellness is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. So wellness is here to stay. So when you have your own proof, when you are part of a simple system, when you have the ability to reach people around the world, when we have these WhatsApp communities, there are people from all over the world that are participating, from South Africa, from Europe, from Mexico, from North America, from Latin America, from Colombia, from other places, from Sweden, from Norway, from Portugal, from Spain, from the UK. They're all over. Well, maybe you're a person who knows people all over, and you have compassion for them to experience the kind of wellness you have been able to experience. So you have literally a global reach, but that global reach will also become a global income, right? What would extra income change for you right now? First, you change your health, and then you change your wealth as well. So this is for you if you want better health, if you want leverage and not burnout, if you want community, if you want alignment, if you want growth, personal growth and financial growth. This is for you. Which matters more to you right now? Improving your health or improving your income, or maybe both? Most people say both. So the next step is simple. You have two entry points. You can either start with a 5-day reboot, or you can commit yourself to a 21-day liver reset. That's the golden package. That's the actual winning combination right there. It's the 21-day liver reset, because that will create the kind of change that will make a difference. Not only a difference for you in your health, but a difference in your testimony to other people. Right? So you start either way, and then after that, every time becomes optional. So this is a reset, not a diet. It's a reset, not just a program. It's not just another one of those, right? You just need to figure out to change one thing, one reset that will change everything else. So you are being invited to be part of something bigger, to support people in living longer, healthier lives, to build a business around the biggest healthcare opportunity of the century. You say, what is that? Well, certainly the liver reset is one, because the liver is your pathway to health. But the biggest one, the multi-trillion dollar opportunity is called longevity. It's called health span, lifespan versus health span. So you can be a leader in that space. And Manitech is positioned at the center of what we're calling longevity science, how to improve your health span. We offer this opportunity to create wealth while you're supporting health. The science is clear, the market is ready, multi-trillion dollar market, and the time to start, and the time to join, the time to get going is right now. With the right people in the right place, with the right technologies, the right science, the right results, folks, the time is now. So it's been a pleasure for me to share this with you. I hope that it made sense. I hope that you saw yourself in this picture of being able to improve your health and then eventually be able to also improve your finance. So I'm going to turn it back to you, Kevin. It's been a pleasure to share with you all.
All right. Hey, thank you, Al. What a treat that was tonight. Those of you that were here or that watch online or that watch the replay, really tremendous value out of this presentation tonight. Something that I really picked up on is that a health discovery in the 1990s today is a biohack for improved longevity. And I don't know about you, but at 58 years old, I love the idea of improved longevity and not just longevity for the sake of longevity, but also increased quality of life. And those two things go together. And we have a real opportunity to live better than ever before. And what Al talked about tonight is definitely the biohack for that. So again, thank you for being here tonight. Get back with the person that invited you to watch tonight to get more information. There's also an information on Thursday nights that goes a little bit more just into the actual program, what the products are, how to take them, basically just forgot the word, but helping you get started on that program and getting going on Thursday nights. We do that at 7 p.m. on Thursday night. So, hey, again, thanks a lot for being here tonight. Al, thanks for your participation. It was a fantastic presentation, and we'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.